way too many SD.
Woo! Here we go, boys. Today's the day. A bunch of stuff showed up. Jeff's here. Actually, we're here with Jeff because we're at Jeff's shop. Point is, Jeff opened his shop. We told him what we were doing. He said, come on down. Don't worry about it. Use the shop, test the car, do whatever. We have a science experiment for you guys today. Jeff has a facility where we can execute the science experiment.
Yeah, something like that.
Jeff does FPV flying. You've helped us shoot a couple of videos, some pretty dope ones. Yeah. A banger entry video.
Chase car.
With the Tesla chase car, we did one with the drone. We've done some pretty dope videos together. Here's the $400 4-seater beater, and this is Jeff's 2-seater beater.
This was inspired by Missile Mary. I didn't win the car. I was like, I gotta build one then.
For those of you who don't know about the Missile Mary, we did a Missile Mary giveaway. We built a 330, which was pre-facelift. We did wide body, coilover, SLR kit, wheels, slammed on the floor, painted it black, and we gave it away. Our buddy Nate up north won that car, which is pretty freaking rad. He wasn't our buddy before, he became our buddy after. And then we also did the Hail Mary giveaway, which Sal won, and he's in Wisconsin. Jeff's got a budget-friendly build. He's got something very, very similar to what we do. Got a simple handbrake. He's got the whole fast steering wheel, which I am lacking. A bucket seat. He gutted the back of the car. We're not gonna do that. That's funny. Coilovers, welded diff, SLR mini kit. So you have...
Mini, it's SLR.
Oh, super.
Super, not ultra.
You got the super kit. Which is kind of flexing a little bit. You see all that nice SLR purple down there. And then you got some coilovers. The problem is you didn't get the same coilovers as us.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
So today, as you saw, we got BC coilovers in. I don't know if you can tell by the beautiful t-shirt that I'm wearing, but we're doing some BC things today. Hugo's here with us. My day one. No, I don't know if it was day one. It was probably like day, whatever. It was really close, very, very early on. And then Hannah's with us as well. She's gonna be getting some beautiful B-roll. And then Jeff is here, obviously, because this is Jeff's house. Jeff literally lives here.
Yeah, just literally right there.
In there. Jeff lives up there. So, we contacted BC. We told them about the build. They said, no problem, we'll send you some stuff. They also sponsor our pro car, so we run their ER stuff on that. You can see them here in this clip. So these ones are a little bit different. They're not an ER series, they're a DS series, but we did some other little minor upgrades to them in order to make them a little bit better for what we're trying to do. Let's open the box and see what's inside. So on this one, the difference that we're gonna have between my race car and this car, on the race car we have a true coilover setup, and we do that because we run Proper Fabworks upper arm. And the Proper Fabworks upper arms don't have a spring perch, so we went to a true coilover setup. We get a little bit more travel out of it, and I like the way it works. On this car, we're gonna be doing a divorce setup. That's the whole point of me saying what I was saying earlier. But essentially, this will be our new spring setup, but because we like to go mad low, we're gonna take that out of there, and we're just gonna run it like that because why not? This is a 12K spring. We're gonna drive with this and we're gonna see what kind of adjustments we wanna make from there. I think we're gonna be going up because we're gonna be having a lot of weight, no horsepower, things like that. But 12K, and we went with those Swift springs just to have a little bit more of a consistent spring rate throughout the travel of the spring, which means that we also got DS series rear shock. And then for the front of the vehicle, again with the beautiful gold Swift springs, 10K for the front end. Helps stiffen up the front end just a little bit more as well to avoid some of that body roll. And I'll explain that in a bit because we're gonna be doing some other things in the car that are gonna allow the front end to lean. This will help fight that to a degree in which we want it to. BCs are in, it's time to get into the experiment. The install portion of this video, you've seen us do a bunch of installs. You watched us do the install on his car, the R32 that's behind us. You watched us do the install on the 7 Series. So this time we want to do something a little bit different. There's plenty of them online. You can go watch them. We have a couple on our channel. On this video, we want to do an experiment. First question that I should ask, which I think I already know the answer, is Hugo, how low should we go? All the way down. There it is, people. We're gonna be taking the car as low as it'll possibly go right now. We're gonna probably have to do some fender work in order to get this thing to work. What I'd like to do is showcase, which I don't think anybody's done this yet, is showcase what the coilover does to the car and the characteristics of the driving. From what I remember from high school science, you have to have a couple of controls and then a couple of variables.
You gotta have a theory to prove.
Theory is the coilovers make the car more stable, and they're gonna help us to get the car to become loose in the rear end. So the experiment then lies in, we need to set a couple of controls. So a couple of baselines, things that'll never change, and then one thing that'll change so that we can see the effect of that one change amongst everything. So what we'll do is we're gonna remove the front sway bar so that we don't have any understeering issues, because the tires aren't that great that are on it. And if we keep the front sway bar, it's gonna want the car to understeer. Manufacturers put thick front sway bars in order to get cars to understeer instead of oversteer, because it's safer for you to hit a tree head on than it is for you to hit it sideways. So we'll remove the front sway bar. Shout out to those guys, we're gonna crash sideways. We'll take out the front sway bar, and then we gotta get into tire pressures. This is something I think a lot of people overlook when drifting underpowered cars. We've already addressed the gearing in previous videos, so now the car's a lot more peppy. We've also already put in a really good clutch system, so the car's got a little bit more snap to it and really good engagement. So the next things we need to do in order to set this experiment right, figure out what the tire pressures we wanna run on. What do you run in the rear end of Sally?
60, 70.
That's what I was thinking, is that we're gonna go way up there, especially when we start adding weight to the car. Now, for the sake of the experiment, we're not gonna change the tire pressure pre or post. What we'll do is we'll set the rear tire pressure. We'll probably go with a 60 in the rear. We'll do a 30 in the front and remove the front sway bar, and that'll be the only things we do. Also, SBR sent us a handbrake pull-up style thing. I'll show you guys it once we get into the car, but we gotta make the handbrake work as well. We'll get into that, but this is the experiment. No front sway bar, tire pressure's fixed, stock suspension. Those are the controls. After that, toma. Toma. Let's get into it.
It's a little bit of Mexican.
There's a little bit of Mexican in there, right? See, told you. So we'll remove the sway bar. It's pretty simple. There's a bolt up there on the sway bar end link and 2 nuts on these sway bar caps, and they're mirrored, so once you find your tools, it should be fairly simple to do. Let's get this thing off. Basura! Sway bars out, tire pressure. So we're sitting at 32 PSI. We're gonna go up to 60 for the experiment. Toma. That way we get a little bit more grip. So that's at 30. It's super loose over there. It's like grippy, and then all of a sudden it gets like really loose.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks.
You can go faster. That was the one right there. All right, so now you have seen how the car reacts, and it's super bobbly wobbly, so now it's time to go put the BCs in. Let's pull it in the shop. Well, that was fast. What'd you say?
Look at that. I've never seen the.
Dude, it's because there's spiders all over this
They
car.
ate through
Look
the
at, is that
rubber.
it right there? Oh no. Triple ball's about to sell spider. I'm about to get scared. All junk. Now we got the brand new BCs in. So we'll put the wheels on, put the car on the floor, and check the ride height. Oh, also, real quick, we're going full stiff on everything. That's where we're gonna start with this because we don't have power. She's sitting on the tire.
I think you might want those perches in there.
But I don't wanna. Yeah. So it might be sitting on a tire a little bit. Should we go? We have to go up. There's no choice.
Rubbing.
Hear me out, Hannah. Hear me out. Jeff, hear me out. Jeff has an angle grinder. We can get it back on the lift, go back up, take the rear wheels off, see where it's rubbing, cut away what it is, and toma.
Si quieres.
Vámonos. Before you know it, our whole channel is just gonna be expanded. We gotta put on translation. Yeah, look at that. You can see it in there. Took the paint off already too. So this whole edge, this is probably like, dude, what is that? Like an inch almost?
Yeah.
1/4 of an inch to an
3/4.
inch? That's all right, because we'll do the same thing we did the 7 Series when we went to Pablo's. Took the grinder, cut the edge of this lip all the way off, and then took a flap disc and smoothed it back out. That'll give us tons of clearance. And then when we go to roll it later too, we'll be doing it without having that little pinched, folded area.
Yeah.
All right, time to get the grinder.
So when we were testing, the car was heating up. We noticed that the fan's not turning on, and we found this wire that spliced open. So Jeff over here is gonna fix it up for us and solder it, and should be back to cooling the car.
I did what I could to be slammed. We're gonna have to slam the ride height and get that all dialed once we go to Pablo's. So we'll just put those cups in the rear because no buenos nachos, bro. We cambered the stock arm a little bit more off camera, not enough. So we'll put the spring perch cup adjuster thing from BC in there, and then I'm still gonna slam that though. I hate it. Let's go drive it. Do some driving, finally. Jeez, take way too long. The hat flew off. She's still rubbing. I'll go first. It's definitely a lot stiffer lot more responsive to like inputs in the steering and the throttle, so that's good. Yeah, way better. Let's go 2. My shifter off. I ripped my shift knob off. You did? Yeah, it's back. So now to the experiment portion of the video. Right here in this side-by-side video, you can see from the driver's perspective that when the car rotates in the fainting motion from right to left, there's a huge shift in weight. Now you're able to transfer that weight with the coilovers without having to have the car lean as much without. Then after the lean, the BCs hold the car a lot more flat, which makes it a little bit more predictable to drive. And as you can see with the stiffness of the suspension, allows the rear end to slide a little wider. Now these aren't identical drifts, but they're on the same surface in the same corner. So you can see the difference in the characteristics of the vehicle, even as it leaves the corner. It's just flatter, it's more controlled, and it's a lot more predictable. So I recommend the BCs. High five, Hugo. Jeff, they work. Ah, yes. Terrible high five, but it works. All right, boys.
Let's drive inside, dude.
Oh man, you want to go drive the warehouse real quick?
Yeah, just follow me around in there.
All right.
Why not?
Jump in, babe.
But fair warning, it's really slippery in here.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
You lead, I'll just follow you
I'll
around.
take you to the back and we'll do like an easy line and then we can like...
To the back.
Yeah, we'll drive through it before we do it.
All right, send it. What do you say?
So this is kind of like the start of it.
Okay.
And if you turn your lights on, I gotta put my underglow on.
I just couldn't see.
There you go.
Got some underglow going? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so yeah. I'll show you the first line, and then it gets real tight in the back, like where we're gonna go around. So you'll see.
Okay.
I'll just drive through it right now. So
Yep. I'll follow you. Is this his line? Oh my god. There's like crap in the light everywhere.
Yeah.
You savage.
Alright, you ready for the line?
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, I don't know about that one, bro. I can't even make this U-turn.
He got his angle kit.
Yeah, he's got that angle kit.
We should do the angle kit first.
You had it, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Nope. Not committed at all. I hit that pallet! Toma.
Super.
That was pretty sick, huh?
Yeah.
close. I was like inches from that forklift. Oh my goodness.
Jeez, y'all are rowdy.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, that.
I was pretty close to you right there.
I could tell. I could feel it.
All right. That was sick. The coilovers worked great. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to look at.
Go talk to Hugo.
Okay. That was super gangster. The coilovers work great. You have a sick spot, Jeff. Thank you. We definitely have more work to do. We're gonna be back for some more. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out BC. Give them a follow if you don't already. Support the people who support us, who help us bring you this content. Don't forget to leave a like because it helps us tremendously. And always, stay safe, boys. Woo!